All right, and with that, we welcome you back to 3 News at 5. Thank you so much for spending time with us on this Friday evening. Along with Christy Paul, I'm Jay Crawford.
Our nice Friday breath together here, and happy Groundhog Day to you as well.
Speaking of, the tradition of Groundhog Day dates all the way back to February 2nd, 1877. Of course, as we all know, it began in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. It has since spread to many different regional celebrations throughout the states.
Including, I think this music is so perfect, including right here in Ohio, where we, of course, celebrate that little guy, Buckeye Chuck Day. Well, our Mike-Polk-Jr., you know, has some thoughts on the festivities and how Ohio's groundhog measures up to, other weather-predicting rodents.
At a jovial ceremony held in Marion, Ohio, much too early this morning, Ohio's official weather forecasting groundhog, Buckeye Chuck, did not see his shadow, thereby ensuring that spring is just around the corner.
Buckeye Chuck has not seen his shadow.
I had the opportunity to meet with Mr. Chuck prior to the event to wish him good luck and express my admiration.
Well, I just want to say best of luck to you, and we are all proud of you. And I, for one, think you are a great representative to all of Ohioans.
Chuck's prediction today aligned with that of the far more overexposed groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil, for whatever that's worth.
Glad tidings on this Groundhog Day! An early spring is on the way!
Candidly, I consider Buckeye Chuck the far superior mascot for this intensely strange American holiday. And that's not just home state bias. There are a number of weather-predicting woodchucks who impress me far more than that overhyped dirt diva, Phil. Where's the national media love for Tennessee's Chattanooga Chuck or Jersey's own Milltown Mel? Shout out to French Creek Freddy from West Virginia. And of course, Georgia's legendary General Beauregard Lee. I think all these soothsaying whistle pigs are better than that gobbler's knob glory hog Phil. While it's true that Punxsutawney remains the mecca for annual groundhog heads, it's based almost entirely on legacy, not fan experience, and most certainly not accuracy. Because when it comes to predicting the weather, Phil is straight trash. Just last year, a federal agency did an analysis of Punxsutawney Phil's forecasting ability. He has an accuracy rate of 30% over the past 10 years. According to WMRN's Eric Mosley, who acts as master of ceremonies for Buckeye Chuck Day, Ohio's groundhog is way better at the gig.
If you compare the predictions, Buckeye Chuck is right about 75% of the time. I mean, you can go with the guy that might be well known, but I think around here, we want to go with the guy that actually is more accurate.
Whether you consider it luck or science, you can't deny that Chuck's weather predictions have been almost Kling-esque in their accuracy. Whereas you're better off flipping a coin to guess the weather than listening to this overfed Pennsylvania charlatan. Despite this, Buckeye Chuck seems to harbor no animosity towards any of his rivals.
No, talk some smack, man. You got a great record, they don't. Thoughts on Staten Island Chuck? Sir Walter Wally? What do you think of Sir Walter Wally?
In addition to being better than Phil at his only job, Chuck is also much more accessible to his fans. Want to share a moment with Mr. Punxsutawney Big Shot? All you have to do is muscle your way through 30,000 weirdos, then somehow get past his old-timey top-hatted goon squad and say hi. On the other hand, if you want to hang out with the far more down-to-earth Buckeye Chuck, you could just go visit him at his residence, the Cleveland Museum of Natural History. So, in summation, when comparing these two holiday hogs, Buckeye Chuck is the gold standard. He's cuter, he's friendlier, he's way more accurate, and he's a fellow Clevelander. He deserves to be celebrated, and today, we honor him. This is Mike for 3 News.
Yes, sir, we honor him.
We sure do.
He's a groundhog of the people.
He sure is. He's out, he's a smaller crowd, intimate. You can actually get near that groundhog. It's just like trying to see the stones if you're trying to see Punxsutawney Phil, who, by the way, as you mentioned, he is 40% accuracy rate through his entire tenure as a groundhog, predicting weather, and 30% within the last 10 years, so he's getting worse.
Yeah, he's going in the wrong direction, but most people don't know this. I mean, some of us might. Punxsutawney Phil is interviewed 3 times, Betsy, for one of your positions in your department.
Oh,
and
you're going to get her riled
she
up.
has sent him packing.
Yep, it's true. Well, Buckeye Chuck's got obviously a lot better record. Still no Betsy Kling, obviously.
Right.
But you can go and see him right here in Cleveland. He lives here, and don't worry, it's not one of those things like, why do they have it in Marion if he lives here?
It should be here.
Right. I thought the same thing. I'm like, it's like a rock hall situation, they stole it from us. But that's not true. It started down in Marion. A DJ who started it down there. He started the whole thing. So it's theirs, and it's a nice thing. So we don't mind loaning him out, but he lives here, and you can go see Chuck right there at the Natural History Museum.
Wonderful. What a
awesome.
great piece of history.
Yeah, now you all know.
Does he make noise?
He made some adorable noises. noses. He was
Well,
like,
you had the mic, and I didn't know. If
I know. Well, I didn't want to, honestly, like, we just woke him up, and he'd only had half a yam.
Oh, well,
and I think that he was just still, he had like 2 crickets.
If they're like babies, then you just kind of
Gotta let him go.
Yeah.
Gotta let him go.
Chuck can be cranky on half a night's sleep.
You could, yeah, that's true.
All right. Mike, thank you.
Thank you,
No problem,
Mike.
guys. No problem. Happy Groundhog Day.
Okay, so let's just clarify what Mike was just saying. NOAA weather data shows Phil's only getting it right about 40% of the time. Statisticians looked into it and found if the groundhog just predicted an early spring every year, he'd be twice as accurate as he is now. Experts say climate change obviously could be behind it. There's been an early spring 8 out of the last 10 years.
He's got a 50-50 chance, and he's
I
only
know.
batting 40%. Like, that's just not going to get it done.
Especially not in the sports world.
Definitely not in the sports world, no.